In 2015, at least 3 game sites shut down. If things don't change soon, Video Game Choo Choo will become just another statistic. In 2013, John Machonsky opened Video Game Choo Choo with owner Mike Cazamano.
It was a freeing experience. We were basically our own bosses.
But in 2014, Mike left Choo Choo's management in the hands of the inexperienced and listless John. Left to his own devices, John shifted conversation from quality game coverage to obsessive amiibo collection and anime game reviews.
They were the codes we were receiving. It's not my fault.
Since then, John has brought on a crack team of writers, but they feel his leadership will only bring them down in the long run.
Look, John's a nice guy. This site's gonna go nowhere if all he ever does is record videos about Arcana Heart. I mean, did you see how many views that got? Jesus Christ.
Chooch finally reached its boiling point when writer Niall held John at gunpoint for assigning him Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Michael openly cheered Niall on from the sidelines.
He had the audacity to name a level School 3, John. Did you see the rooftop level?
Shoot him in the stomach. He'll bleed out longer.
Since then, Video Game Choo Choo has been in the red, and Mike Cazamano is threatening to pull the plug on the site if it doesn't improve.
Oh, I'm sure he's just bluffing. Mike will always support me. He has faith.
Oh, I'm not bluffing. I'm really thinking about pulling support from him because I have zero faith in what John does now.
With nowhere else to turn, John has agreed to pull back the doors, bust open WordPress, and make the call for help to Game Site Rescue.
Yeah, come on in. You know who we coming after.
Running a video game website isn't just a business, it's a science. From the length of your editorials to where your eyes fall first on the front page. And no one knows more about game site science than John Taffer.
I don't embrace excuses, I embrace solutions.
Over the last 20 years, John has transformed hundreds of failing game sites worldwide.
I believe we can get your page views up and make this a better website. I meant website.
Using his years of experience and no-nonsense approach,
do something about it!
John will turn these content pits into content makers.
I'm here on mute inside of Chooch's Skype call. They're too busy talking about Duke Nukem. They haven't noticed I've been sitting here this whole time.
What if Duke Nukem had a gun on his dick?
If you don't stop saying these words, I'm going to kill you.
I've had enough out of you.
Holy crackers, it's John Taffer!
That's right. And today, I'm going to change the course of Video Game Choo Choo. You guys are freaking amateurs. I've been in your Skype call for 40 minutes, and all you've talked about is Duke Nukem. You act like Duke Nukem 3D came out yesterday. Do you realize Halo 5 is brand new?
But does Halo 5 star John St. John? I don't think so.
Oh, thank sweet fuck you came, Mr. Taffer. Could you please talk some sense into him?
A site's problems usually stem from its leadership, and I can tell right away that you, John, are bringing this site down. You need to be in control without bringing up so many heinous topics. For starters, you need to let some of these writers go. You can barely handle these two as it is.
All right, Devin, Kay, Rocky, you're all fired.
Wait, we weren't even on this episode.
And now you're not going to be in any episode ever again.
That's what I like to see. Good grasp on leadership. Maybe we can turn this train around.
You can't turn trains around. They run on tracks.
I'll make mincemeat out of your balls. All right, team meeting. What are these plastic things all over the room?
You mean my amiibo collection?
Amiibos? Are you freaking serious? Does anyone even own a Wii U?
Amiibos are Nintendo's answer to the Skylanders craze. Each toy can be placed on the Wii U gamepad to unlock extremely bland and unneeded content within most recent Nintendo releases. An amiibo normally costs $13.99 USD unless otherwise noted.
They're $14. How many of these do you have? Please. Please tell me you only own the characters you actually like. For example, who the hell is this?
Dark Pit.
Dark Pit? I already have a pit. Why is there a dark one?
If John didn't spend all his money on Amiibo, he could have bought at least 4 games to review. Maybe even an Xbox One.
Get rid of them. Now. How many of these do you have? 22?
Oh, please. Anything but that. I spent so much money on them. I waited all night for the Retro 3-pack.
All right. Niall, Michael, you two seem to be reasonable. The reasonable ones in this website.
We are. if I wasn't around, the site would have zero content up. Do you see he sent emails to people that ended in EOC instead of EIC for editor-in-chief?
Yeah, and I'm the one that makes sure the podcast goes out on time. If John still did it, it'd take like a week.
Maybe it's time for new leadership. I'm going to get in contact with Mike Casamano and bring him down here. Maybe we can convince him to get rid of John. John, I've called Mike Casamano on the Skype to discuss something very important with you.
All right, sure.
Well, fuck me with a rolled-up amiibo. It's John Taffer.
Enough. Mike, I brought you here to tell you that John has got to go.
You're absolutely right, but we can't fire him. The John Machonsky Experience videos are the most popular thing we do.
Well, if that's true, we'll have to improvise. I'll get to work cleaning up the site, and we'll make it successful for you. Here are my plans. I have them all laid out. John, Niall, Michael, and everyone else who was fired earlier but are now back for some reason, are you ready to see a new website? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, wait a minute. It just looks like Giant Bomb now.
That's right. We redesigned the site to trick people into thinking they're visiting Giant Bomb because it's the only way people will come to your site. Its new name is Large Explosive. I had my marketing team working around the clock to make sure it fit exactly the brand that your website wanted.
Well, can't beat 'em. Join 'em.
We're not joining anyone. If anything, we're just going to get sued and blacklisted from the industry.
Yeah, all right. Mr. Taffer, we don't need your help. You guys just want to record a normal episode of the podcast later?
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do.
Wait. I paid my staff hundreds of dollars to get this site reskinned. You can't just pull out of this while the cameras are still rolling.
We're in a Skype call?
A week after this aired, John pre-ordered another 3 amiibo and Niall fell down the stairs and exploded. Ryan got addicted to Sakura Clicker, but his weekly Twitch streams finally pushed Chooch into fame. Michael ate a really good sandwich, and Devin broke the world record for longest Persona 4 editorial, which no one contested. Rocky vanished from the site, but showed up years later as a supporting character on Fargo's 3rd season. Months later, Kay came up with a good joke for this segment, and Mike Casamano was arrested for breaking and entering into John's house and setting up cameras in his dining room.
This sucked. I'm going back to rescuing cars.